Eyewitness News.
Police make an arrest after a bar owner is killed during a robbery.
Tonight, we're learning new details in a deadly shooting outside a fast food restaurant on the near west side.
And a warning for parents tonight. A child burned by a toy. He was trying to recreate a TikTok trend. There's breaking news tonight. Police arrest a man they say killed a woman at the bar she owns. Investigators say they found the man leaving his home in Indiana.
The crime taking place in rural Moments, about 50 miles south of Chicago, and that's where we find our Eric Hong with new details tonight. Eric.
That arrest came just a couple of hours after the county sheriff went in front of cameras and made an appeal for the public's help. Investigators say a flood of tips helped lead them to that suspect.
On this residential block in Hammond, Indiana, authorities say they arrested 47-year-old Julius Burks Jr., the suspect allegedly seen in this surveillance image, who officials say took the life of popular bar owner Courtney Drisdale.
It feels like a really big relief, if I'm being honest, that someone is in custody to do justice for Courtney because he took a beautiful soul.
The Kankakee County Sheriff says shortly after 11 a.m. Monday, Burks, who was wearing glasses and a yellow work hoodie, entered the bar called The Line along Illinois Route 114, just west of the Indiana border. Investigators say the 30-year-old Drisdale was alone and had just opened the business when the suspect pulled out a gun and demanded money from the cash register.
Ms. Drysdale complied. Despite her cooperation, the suspect shot her twice, execution style.
Authorities say Burks drove away toward Indiana in this white four-door BMW sedan, but not before he allegedly tried to cover up the crime.
Before leaving, the suspect attempted to remove what he believed to be a digital recording device from the wall. However, investigators have recovered video evidence.
Some 2 hours after that news conference, Kankakee County Sheriff's deputies, with help from Hammond Police and U.S. Marshals, arrested Burks outside his Hammond home.
We were overwhelmed at the response from so many people throughout the community in terms of tips and information provided to our investigators.
Authorities say that suspect is currently being held in Indiana pending an extradition hearing to bring him to Illinois. In Kankakee County, Eric Hong, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Eric, thank you for that update. Crime Stoppers now offering a $10,000 reward for information on the shooting death of two men at a fast food restaurant. That's all happening near Roosevelt and Western. People near the restaurant describe hearing at least 20 gunshots. Three men were later found hurt inside a burning SUV. A 35-year-old was killed. A 48-year-old was taken to the hospital but did not survive. And the third man, a 44-year-old, is now listed in good condition at the hospital. And around the same time, a woman was killed in a separate shooting about a block away on South Wood Street. UIC police confirming she was visiting the hospital for an appointment and was killed during what is believed to have been a domestic dispute. No one is in custody in either shooting.
Also updating this breaking news from Chicago's Chatham neighborhood, we've learned two people were hurt in this fire that erupted inside a building at 79th and Calumet. You can see those flames shooting out of the corner unit of that building. That fire drew a huge response, but we're told it is now out. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is defending a new executive order aimed at holding federal immigration agents criminally responsible for misconduct on the job. But he declined to say if he would push for police to investigate any high-profile incidents. ABC 7 political reporter Craig Wall with how the mayor wants this order to work.
Operation Midway Blitz put a spotlight on immigration enforcement tactics that have come under fire as too aggressive and at times possibly illegal. But questions continue to swirl about what, if anything, would change under Mayor Brandon Johnson's executive order that requires Chicago police to document and investigate misconduct by federal immigration agents.
If an ICE agent committed a crime, let's say shot somebody and it was an inappropriate shooting, Chicago police have absolute authority to investigate that. They have the authority to bring charges to the state attorney's office for approval or rejection. So, this is all much ado about nothing.
Mayor Johnson today defending the executive order. He referenced the case involving Miramar Martinez, who was shot 5 times by Border Patrol agents last fall and now wants the evidence released publicly to clear her name. The mayor today would not call for police to investigate that case or any other.
What we are looking to do is to continue to work with all stakeholders so that we can meet the expectations of the people of Chicago who are justifiably demanding accountability for what they view as reckless and lawless actions by the Trump administration in our city.
What the mayor said he was not trying to do was to tell the Cook County State's Attorney what to do.
And like any other case, the state's attorney has their jurisdiction to decide if they're going to move forward with prosecution. But that's the autonomy that the state's attorney has.
One leading alderman raising concerns about the mayor's underlying motive behind the executive order.
The politics of this volatile situation have cast a shadow over every decision that we're all making right now. It's impossible to ignore that, and I do think the mayor made his announcement and crafted that executive order for largely political reasons.
Craig Wall, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
A Chicago woman shot during Operation Midway Blitz testified today on Capitol Hill. Miramar Martinez said that as an American citizen, she didn't think she had anything to worry about. But last October, she told lawmakers she was shot 5 times after a crash involving a federal agent here near 39th and Kedzie. Today, Martinez joined relatives of Renee Good and others testifying.
I know that by being a survivor, it is my duty to be here today to let you elected officials know what is happening on the streets of our country, because silence is no longer an option. This needs to stop now.
She was initially charged with assault. The government's case against her was later dropped.
Let's talk about our weather on this Tuesday night. Take a live look outside. How excited we get about when the temperature goes up 3 or 4 degrees. It's in the 20s. Okay, it's double digits, so we're excited, right?
It won't be long before that snow might be melted,
yeah.
But there might be more coming first. Yeah, Greg Dutra's here to sort it all out for us, but we're just looking at next week.
We're trying right the 40s. You guys, I would assume, are talking about that are right around the corner. We're not quite there just yet, but you're right, it is tantalizing in the extended forecast. It's a full-sail pattern change, really, that goes on across the U.S. We've been spending the better part of the winter so far under northwesterly flow, and what's that's meant for us is a lot of clipper systems, one after another, and also occasional lake effect snow that comes on off of Lake Michigan. Well, guess what we're dealing with again tonight? It's some occasional lake effect snow the day after we saw a clipper system move through. So we've got that right there in the 3 o'clock hour. I think we could see a couple scattered flurries, maybe even some hanging around until early tomorrow morning, like the 6 a.m. real early morning commute, but you got to be right up against the lake to see that, as our temperatures do not make it to freezing yet again, although we are getting there. On Thursday, we might hit freezing, although the best shot looks like it's Friday, and then the next best shot after that, as you guys mentioned, our temperatures may be near 50 degrees, and that's shorts and t-shirts weather out there compared to what we had so far this winter, guys.
All right, thanks so much for that, Greg. Now to the desperate search for Nancy Guthrie. The FBI now helping the Arizona Sheriff's Office in the search for the mother of Today's Show host Savannah Guthrie. We've been told that the FBI is analyzing cell phone records. The Pima County Sheriff's Office believes that Nancy Guthrie was taken from her home either Saturday night or Sunday morning. Authorities have collected DNA samples belonging to her, but have not confirmed if there was blood. The sheriff also will not say if a ransom note was found.
We're following all leads we have. That's all I can tell you. We've got hundreds of leads, and it's from you that produce those leads by telling people we need help.
The sheriff adding today that investigators still don't know if the crime was random or targeted. They also tell us they are unsure if they're looking for one suspect or multiple people.
A warning to parents about a dangerous social media trend involving a popular sensory toy. A 9-year-old Plainfield boy is recovering from burns after he put his Nido cube in a microwave and it exploded. We want to warn you, the pictures that we're about to show you might be tough for you to see. Rob Hughes explains how this alarming trend is sending other children to hospitals.
Caleb is on the mend 2 weeks after putting a simple toy in the microwave. In a matter of seconds, it exploded, causing burns to his face.
He was crying and it's just yelling, "It burns, it burns."
Whitney Grubb says her son's Nido cube had burst. Inside the popular sensory toy, a thick gel-like substance, now hot because of the microwave, stuck to his face.
The right side of his face was kind of melting off, basically.
Caleb says he doesn't remember much after his Nido cube exploded, but he does remember where he got the idea to put it in the microwave.
It's like a stress toy, and I didn't know it was a trend on TikTok before, because my friend did it before, but she put it in for, she didn't get hurt.
The idea is to warm up the toy and make it more pliable. Caleb's mom says her son did not hear about it directly from social media, and yet her son still wound up the victim of a dangerous trend.
These people don't know the repercussions of what these challenges and goofy trends can do to kids, especially the younger ones.
Loyola University Medical Center says Caleb is the 4th case they've seen this year involving Nido cubes.
We see the negative results of TikTok challenges all the time. The people who are getting hurt don't necessarily post the TikToks. You're just seeing the fun ones where it looks cool.
Whitney and Caleb say their message to parents and kids alike is simple.
Sometimes you take for granted what your knowledge is that's common sense to us, but not common sense to them.
Just think before you act.
Both Caleb and his mom are grateful for his swift recovery. Caleb says he can't wait to get back to school to tell his friends not to do what he did or do anything they see on social media without asking an adult first. In Maywood, Rob Hughes, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Rob, thank you for that very important story. Well, still to come, everybody, wellness in the western suburbs, how you can meet some local experts and get back on track with your health goals for this year.
This next story might not help. McDonald's offering a special dinner this Valentine's Day. This is a seriously unusual item on the menu. You might like it.
I think I will, but moderation is everything. Moderation is everything. Later on, though, when the Northwestern Wildcats will take to the field at their brand new stadium. We have that and more coming up after a break on the other side. We'll see you.
McDonald. So streaming, that's like YouTube TV and like the website, or?
So this show does really well. We stream at 6:30, and then it reloads throughout the night on our app.
Oh, right on.
Which one's Jordan again?
I'm Jordan.
Majority of people have already abandoned their New Year's resolutions by now. We're February 3rd, right? But now an event in the suburbs tomorrow evening could help you get back on track when it comes to your health.
That's good. The West Suburban Health and Wellness Expo kicks off at 5 p.m. and joining us tonight to talk about the event, Joe Armetta and Jordan Green from Sandman Sleep. Gentlemen, it is great to have you on.
Thanks for having us. Thank you. It's great to be here.
So a wellness expo at a mattress store. How does that work? Yeah, right. Tell us about that.
Yeah, we were approached by Candace about hosting a health and wellness type event around the community, trying to bring all the people and all the businesses in town into one place to help people kind of be able to see the whole pillar and the whole story of health and wellness. And they came to us about hosting the event because we have a large space. We said, well, that's great, but how about sleep is like one of the pillars of health and wellness? And we started telling our story and we said, yeah, we'd love to bring everybody in and bring them all together in one place and invite the community in and learn a lot about all health and wellness, but also sleep as one of the main pillars. So that's kind of how it came together.
Is this your first one? And tell us, what can we expect tomorrow if we attend the Wellness Center Expo?
Yes, we have selected, with the help of Candace, the best health and wellness experts in the Aurora, Naperville area. Part of our business is we select some of the best mattresses for people to buy. So we thought, well, we're getting everyone together for the Health and Wellness Expo. We have to select some of the best health and wellness experts that all the folks in the community are going to be able to come and connect with all in one place.
So we talk about sleep. That's obviously important for a mattress place. I mean, it really does matter. Like a good bed makes all the difference in the world for a good night's sleep.
Oh yeah.
But there's some other folks, because Cheryl was mentioning, New Year's resolutions are gone for a lot of people, but it's not going to just be about sleep, right? There's a lot of different avenues here that you're going to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. Sleep as a foundation essentially gives you the ability when you wake up in the morning to start your day the right way. So how do you have the energy to go and work out? How do you focus on, do I need caffeine or do I need a well-balanced diet? If you don't wake up in a position of being able to really be able to invite those things in your life, it's a tough place. So when we started looking around the community, we said, wow, we have fitness experts, we have chiropractic experts, we have all types of experts. So how do we bring this together, and how do we kind of make this story one that is 360, where it provides you the input you need from the time you go to sleep to the time you go to bed, and how do you fit it all together? So that's kind of how we decided to come into it.
Are you trying to sell mattresses tomorrow night as well? I mean, that might be an opportunity.
Get a deal on one too?
Yeah, can you get a deal?
We're not opposed, but we're trying to help people get better sleep. At the end of the day, I come from a corporate background and I wasn't enjoying it. I like this because we make an impact. If you can find someone a bed that helps them get a better sleep, they live longer, their immune system works better, and I know when I get a better night's sleep, I'm a kinder, gentler person. I'm not as angry in traffic. So I like to think we're trying to make the world a better place.
Yeah, it works.
Well done.
Aurora, I was telling you guys in the commercial break, I live out in that area. This is a really special community. There's a lot happening in Aurora as it continues to grow. Is that why you chose that space? Because there's a lot of different cultures out there and a lot of different communities, but a lot of tightness in that community too.
Yeah, absolutely. The western suburbs have had such an explosive growth over the last several years, but it's like, what's the culture and how's it going to come together? And we think that the combination of like the Naperville and the Auroras of the world and all the other areas that are coming together, you are getting a very dense population that have now come together and really created community. So we felt like the different partners that we found that were from all the different communities would allow everyone to kind of come together in one place. So we're excited about the western suburbs. We've been out there now for a couple of years, I'm going to say, and then we're up on the North Shore now. We're in River North as well. So
yeah.
I heard you get like a passport and get it stamped.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Yeah, you sure do. You get a passport and you go around the room, you talk to all the health and wellness experts to make sure you get a well-rounded experience. And then, it's going to be catered, there's going to be food, and at the end of the night, there's going to be a raffle, there's going to be a special drawing. So folks are, if you stick around to the end, you could win a $1,000 gift certificate.
Hey, there you go.
Okay, you got me.
We'll be sitting here, so channel the wellness our way down here on our State Street studios. Right, we can always use more sleep and caffeine. Gentlemen, great to have you on. Best of luck to you, and come visit us anytime.
We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Fantastic.
Go ahead, you want to let them know what
All right,
it is?
let's tell them about it, right? The West Suburban Health and Wellness Expo. It is tomorrow, everybody, from 5 to 9 at night at Sandman Sleep. I feel like I should say that slow. That's on McCoy Drive in Aurora. You can find more information, of course, on our website. Just go to abc7chicago.com.
All right. Well,
soothing.
It is. The way you
Soothing
describe it is
segment.
very soothing. Yeah. Sunshine today. That was nice. Still colder than usual for February, but the temperatures are going to finally climb in your AccuWeather forecast, and they're going to climb by a lot. 40 sound pretty good to me.
Oh, it sounds like a heat wave
It's
for
shorts
us.
and
Yeah,
t-shirt
balmy
weather.
45, right? A week from today.
Yeah, Greg's got it next.
All right, we're outside. You know what? Outside our State Street studios, Rob, I noticed a lot of people have really light jackets on.
It is
no
light
hats,
jacket
no
weather.
gloves.
These cold temperatures we've had, they're right there.
25 degrees.
It's
we're
what
so frantic.
acclimates us for 40s, Greg. I mean, it really truly feels different when you've done this bad weather for so long.
Yeah,
Like 18 days in a row or something.
Right, exactly. And 24 today feels a lot warmer than the 4 of the last couple of weeks. And also, 24 today feels a lot different than 24 when you head into the beginning of the season. And the 20s mean you're putting on your biggest jacket. Now it's like light jacket, hoodie. I'm good. I'm just running from A to B. I don't need to be that warm. We have certainly acclimated to the cold streak that we've had. 29 degrees was today's high temperature, so we are a little bit down from that, and we are still below our average temperature. It's not like a gulf between our average temperature and where today's high is, but it still is enough to keep us below that freezing mark for yet another day. So we got 18 days on the board now, and it is the longest streak that we've had in about the last 10 years. It's been a long time since we've seen that streak continue this long. Not exactly the coldest streak we've had, but of course the longest one that we've had without a day in the middle where we somehow meander and find our way up to the freezing mark. Our temperatures, while we are certainly in the colder air at this point, and there is still a lot of ice on Lake Michigan, actually more than there was just a couple of days ago, but enough open water that we can still get lake effect snow going. And I think we get some of that going later on tonight. Right now, teens to around mid-20s across the area. Some of us did get in the 30s today along and south of Interstate 80, did not make it off to the north of the highway. So 25 cloudy degrees is what we have to work with right now. You'll notice the cloud cover. These are lake effect clouds that are moving in overhead, soon to be followed by some lake effect snow showers. But like I mentioned, it's not part of a larger complex. All of this action here stays off to our south. Out off to the west is pretty quiet. So save for just these scattered snow showers, we are awful quiet until our next system rolls through as we get into the weekend. So here is Futurecast showing us late tonight, early tomorrow. So from like 3 o'clock in the morning on to about maybe 5 or at the latest 6 o'clock in the morning. We'll see some occasional lake effect, not only through Chicago, but also down into Northwest Indiana. Then all those clouds kind of clear off, and we go to some sunshine here for our Wednesday afternoon. Thursday, we can see another little clipper system move through, and that's because there's another one Friday, and it's all because we are in the same pattern here of that overall northwesterly wind. Now that will change very soon, and we'll see our winds start to be more out of the southwest, and that's how we get that big warm up in the 7-day forecast. So in the city tonight, we had 17 degrees, outlying areas down to 10. So we shave off a bunch of degrees and we get to those mostly cloudy skies during the overnight, but a return to sunshine and temperatures in the upper 20s for tomorrow. Now in terms of those highs over the next few days, there's warm up number 1. Then we get to the upper 30s to around 40 degrees by Friday, and then warm up number 2 arrives after that. Check this out. As we go through Valentine's Day, a super strong signal for above normal temperatures. And I think that is the stretch that we get into the upper 40s, around 50 degrees. So not this next 7 days, but the 7 days following that. Now, in terms of the weeks and months to come, well, February, March, and April, 50-50 shot at above or below normal temperatures. So just go ahead and figure business as usual. It's not like we're just going to turn the corner and then we're all done, but that is a sight for sore eyes, a 45 at the tail end of the forecast.
Love it. Nice job.
All right, heating up for the lovers' holiday.
That's right.
All right, thank you, Greg. Northwestern football won't be playing at the new Ryan Field Arena until their 3rd game at home.
Yeah, here are the details. The university says construction on the new stadium is on schedule to be completed in mid-September. The first 2 home games will be played at Martin Field. That's on campus right along the lakefront. That's a beautiful venue,
Looks
too.
nice.
Then the new Ryan Field, you see right there, will host the Northwestern Wildcats as they take on Penn State. October 2nd marks 100 years to the day the original stadium hosted its first football game in 1926.
See the symbolism. That's maybe they're going to win. See, that's
you
what
go.
winning. Yeah. Well, let's talk about the new leadership for the Walt Disney Company. Josh D'Amaro just named the Chief Executive Officer of Disney.
He's a 28-year veteran and current chairman of Disney Experiences. He's worked at Disney 28 years. He'll succeed Bob Iger after nearly 2 decades at the helm. Kimberly Richardson from our WABC affiliate has much more.
As one person put it, Disney runs through his blood, which is a testament to Josh D'Amaro and his 28-year career with the company. In his new role, the 54-year-old will be the 9th CEO in a century to oversee the global media and entertainment giant. An important and exciting passing of the baton. The right person who has an instinctive appreciation of the brand. That's how Walt Disney CEO Bob Iger describes his successor, Josh D'Amaro. After an extensive search today, the board of directors announced it unanimously voted to elevate the 54-year-old, who insiders point out has that rare combination of inspiring leadership and keen eye for strategic growth opportunities. The Georgetown graduate first joined Disney in 1998 and would steadily climb the ranks within the company. Since 2018, this has been his home base, where D'Amaro is known for his approachable style and down-to-earth demeanor. In his role of president of Disneyland and Walt Disney World Resorts, the executive managed a staff of 185,000 across 12 theme parks, 57 resort hotels around the globe, and an impressive and expanding fleet of cruise ships.
We have 13 ships that will be here by the time we're at 2031, and we've got so many more stories to tell.
This changing of the guard comes as longtime CEO Bob Iger looks to retire at the end of the year. The 74-year-old has been at the helm of Disney since 2005, but has even deeper roots, first joining ABC in 1974. Throughout this process, Iger has provided extensive mentorship to D'Amaro, who officially steps into his new role next month on March 18th. Media reporter at Axios, Carrie Flynn.
He is a true operator with a track record of execution. Under his leadership, Disney Experiences, and that's the division that includes the parks, the cruises, the consumer products, has had record revenue and profitability, right? And Disney, obviously a great, huge company and success, but he's helped steer that forward.
This all comes as one of the most accomplished creative leaders in entertainment steps into a newly created role. Disney vet Dana Walden will partner with D'Amaro as president and Chief Creative Officer. Under her leadership, Walden has brought audiences some of the most successful TV shows in history, including American Idol and The Bear. Looking ahead, she's been instrumental in bringing the Grammys to ABC starting next year. Disney says Bob Iger will continue to serve as senior advisor until he retires. Chairman of the board, James Gorman, says one of the many things that sets D'Amaro apart is his knack for showcasing the power of combining Disney storytelling and cutting-edge technology. In New York, I'm Kimberly Richardson.
Sitting up a little taller for our new boss.
I know, right?
He's watching. Yeah.
Congratulations to him.
Disney.
Fantastic. Almost 30 years.
There's long tenure. It's great to promote from
Yeah.
within. Disney, the parent company of ABC7.
All right. Coming up next, everybody, how to treat yourself. Yeah, we got a good story.
Luxury.
Well, we
no, I
talked
know.
about-
Yeah, you're right. It is McDonald's, Greg.
Yeah, this is luxury.
It is
eating.
luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wait.
It's going for full luxury for the lovers' holiday. You know, with a limited edition.
No, don't give it up yet.
All right, we'll be right back. Yeah, McDonald's is going full luxury for Valentine's Day with a limited edition McNugget caviar kits.
Yeah, so the online-only offer drops next Tuesday, February 10th. Each free kit includes a tin of caviar, a $25 arch card for McNuggets. You got to eat them with the McNuggets, and then a mother of pearl spoon. You can claim the special pairing online while supplies last. This meal is inspired by the viral dish served at the U.S. Open last summer. I have no idea about that.
I don't either, but
that.
I got to get a hold of one of those.
Nuggets and caviar, darling.
Yes, delicious.
Perfect for your wives.
Yes,
for Valentine's
she
Day.
will love
Got to
that.
get online next week.
I'm not getting that for my wife. It's the worst idea.
But you get a mother of pearl spoon.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's.
I mean, you got souvenirs.
It's the company. She's paying for the company of me.
Yeah, we'll see you at 10.
Caviar, baby.